Great greetings, everyone. This is Nat.
This is Jam.
And welcome back to another installment of the SpongeBob Reviews. Today, we're reviewing the Season 5 episode, Stanley S. Squarepants. And before we get to the review, we've hidden the episode's title card somewhere. Can you find it?
SpongeBob's cousin, Stanley, comes to visit via the mail shoved in a box.
Stanley feels ashamed that he has no purpose, because he's not good at anything.
And we see him kind of destroy SpongeBob's house real quick. SpongeBob introduces him to all of his friends in hopes that they can give him a purpose in life. When Squid realizes there are two of them, he packs his belongings, calls a moving truck, and leaves. That was funny. And then Patrick shows him how to do nothing better than anyone, which he still couldn't do.
Yep, he can't even do nothing.
That was also halfway humorous.
And the sequence with Sandy being flown up to the ocean.
Yeah, that was just...
It shouldn't have been in slow motion. Maybe it would have been funnier if it was faster.
Yeah,
I don't know. That one was a little...
That was a little, yeah. And then he shows up, he goes to work with SpongeBob, the Krusty Krab. And Mr. Krabs thinks that he's going to help make even more money than SpongeBob does. And he proceeds to destroy everything. And
SpongeBob decides to cover for Stanley.
When Stanley breaks his spatula, he can't take it anymore. He confesses the truth. And then Stanley admits that he can't do anything. He's a disaster, which gives Mr. Krabs an idea. And the episode ends with Stanley reporting to work at his new employer, the Rust Bucket. What is it? The Chum Bucket. The Chum Bucket? Is that what it is?
I think the ending would have been a bit funnier if it wasn't as drawn out as it was. Stanley walking into the Chum Bucket and then Plankton talking about it goes for a little long, and that makes the joke not work quite as well as it could have been. Because it's a good idea for a joke, but could have been shortened a little bit.
Yeah, I'd almost forgotten about Plankton, because it's been a while since we had a Plankton episode.
There was a really interesting shot when SpongeBob and Stanley leave Patrick's house. It's this, silhouetted shot that looks really nice, actually.
I don't think I noticed.
And also, how SpongeBob's watch he has is not, the time, but work and not work.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
And there was a reference to DuckTales, Mr. Krabs' three little nephews who solve mysteries.
Oh, I didn't catch that because I don't know anything about DuckTales.
And this episode also has a special guest voice actor.
Christopher Guest.
How ironic that the guest voice actor's last name is Guest. In general, I would say that this episode gets 2 spatulas. Just an alright episode.
And I'm going to give it 2 clarinets. Because the Squidward scene and the Patrick scene too actually is worth watching for the episode. Everything else I can take it or leave it. More likely leave it.
Not necessarily hard to watch, but nothing too special.
Right.
Which is what I'd describe this episode as. Just a, unoffensive, pretty easy watch. Feels a little bit like a filler episode just to get all the episodes for the season done.
Yeah.
It isn't entirely an episode I'd say is very memorable, but they did enough with it.
And I think they kind of wasted a guest star, because you could have done a lot more with Christopher Guest.
Did you guys find the hidden tile card? Let us know in the comment sections below.
Because I could never find it.